Here we go. I have something for you today that is, I just don't know the words for it. It is the biggest revelation God has ever given me in my lifetime. And for some reason, He's speaking to me a lot these days. And what I'm about to show you is, well, let's say this. Well, this is what I want to say. So try this. I want to say that when I show you this, you may not understand it. It's kind of like explaining a joke. When you have the background of a joke, you tell somebody a joke and they don't get it. And so what you try to do is explain the joke and you hope that they'll get it and laugh, but they never do, right? Well, that's the way prophecy is. If you don't have the pieces, enough pieces down below, and then something gets explained to you, you kind of glass over a little bit and you look like a deer in the headlights. So it's difficult to learn something when you don't have the foundations for it. So be patient with yourself and be patient with me, but I'll teach you this. Today, though, I want to tell you in as short of a time as I can what I really learned. And the reason for that is there's a lot of people who don't want to go real deep. And for those of you who just want to grab and go, today I'm going to give you a grab and go. And I don't want to diminish what I'm doing or what the Lord has taught me here by saying I'm giving you a grab and go. I just think that if I really understand it, I should be able to explain it simply and quickly. And that's what I'm going to do for you here today. This is in regard to Daniel 9:27, and I'm going to tell you a few things that happened to me in the last 3 days. I was looking at this verse, and he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. This is in regard to the Antichrist, and if you're familiar with this verse at all, you know that the modern translation is that this is a 7-year covenant. And in the midst of the 7-year covenant with Israel, in the midst of the 7-year covenant, he'll cause a sacrifice and oblation to cease. So you can just Google that and see what the modern perception of that verse is. But what I'm about to show you will just absolutely ignite you and give you a new perspective. So let's review a little bit about what I've been saying, and then I want to tell you the struggle I was having with it, and then what God showed me. So, what I've been saying, let's just go look at a video here. I'm not going to play much of the video. I just want to show it to you. In 2013, I am saying, so here I created this in a Word document so you could see this. And he shall confirm the covenant with the many for 1 week. In the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease. And what I've been saying is this portion of the verse was fulfilled potentially in 2013, this portion in 2017. Well, I want to tell you right now, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind whatsoever that we're looking back at prophecy. It has been fulfilled. I've been saying it would be fulfilled for 9 years, since 2007. It was fulfilled at the exact time that I said it would be, and now without a doubt, I'm positive of it because of what God has shown me in the last 3 days. So this is what happened. I'm looking at this right here, and I'm troubled by it. I'm troubled by the modern interpretation, which I happen to believe. So let's go back here and see what he said, and I'll show you what he said, and then I'll show you why I'm troubled by it. He said this. Listen to this. I'll turn up the sound. Listen carefully. I'll repeat it for you too.
That is why I'm confident in declaring that our alliance is eternal. It is forever. Anetza. Thank you very much. Anetza is eternal. That is why I'm confident in declaring that our alliance is eternal. It is forever. Anetza. That is why I'm confident in declaring that our alliance is eternal. It is forever. Anetza.
What was he saying there? He was talking about the alliance of the United States, the covenant between the United States and Israel, that it is eternal. It is forever. That was peculiar wording back then to me. I thought, who talks like that? You can actually say your covenant is eternal? When you're not eternal, how can you assure that the covenant is eternal? Who talks like that? But I said, okay. And that seemed to be a firming up of the covenant. A firming up of the covenant. Or what we call a strengthening of the covenant. So let's go back to the verse here real quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because I'm going to come back with more videos. But this is the word for firming up of the covenant. It actually means to strengthen, to be stronger, to put more strength to. So he's putting more strength to it, I would say. But he's putting a lot more strength to it than 7 years. So people would say that this means he will confirm the covenant with the many for 1 7-year period. That was bothering me because he didn't confirm it for 7 years. He went far beyond that and said, it is eternal. It is eternal? That's not 7 years. It is eternal. And if that's the firming up of the covenant, if that's the strengthening of the covenant, it just doesn't match. I don't get it. So I went to the Lord in prayer, and I began looking at this verse again. I want to show you what I found. I went to this word, Shavua, which you know because you've probably watched other videos of mine, and it's about this 7. And it's kind of like, or an example is a week of 7, or 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 years. Could be that. But you know what? It doesn't mean a time period. It's just 7. That's significant. Look at this. This is the root of it here, 7650. Let's look at this. What does this say? I went to that and it says this. It's a primitive root. Okay. It's to 7 oneself. To swear is as if by repeating a declaration 7 times. Repeating a declaration 7 times. By an oath. With an oath. As if firming up a covenant. To 7 oneself. And I said, what? To confirm by repeating a declaration 7 times? Is it possible in this speech, if I were to go back and listen to this, that he confirmed confirmed the oath, confirmed the covenant 7 times? So I listened to it. I went back a few parts here. I don't know, back at 28 or 27, I can't remember, but I went back and I listened to it and I stopped it. Every time I heard him confirm, here, I'll show you what I wrote. This is exactly what I wrote. Right here. Right here. And you can actually take a screenshot of that. If you don't know how to do a screenshot, just Google screenshot. And take a screenshot of that and read that, along with listening to him. Well, I wrote and I stopped the video, and I wrote and I stopped the video. And when he was done talking, lo and behold, this is exactly what I wrote. I didn't change it. I didn't mold it. I didn't try to make it fit. I had 7 declarations, 7 enforcings of the covenant. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. He confirmed the covenant 7 times. The prophecy has been fulfilled, and we know who the Antichrist is. He fulfilled Daniel 9:25. He fulfilled Daniel 9:27. I think there are still more fulfillments of those verses to come. I don't think it's totally fulfilled. I'm going to leave the link below of this video, and you guys can go back and listen to it for yourself. Let me know what you think. I have no question in my mind. Now I want to say this to you in closing. Two things I want to say to you. If you doubt what I'm saying, that's good. I don't have a problem with that. That's from the Lord. He puts in us a caution. Wait a second. Test it. I have no problem with that. I don't take that personal at all. You should test what I'm saying, and you should hold it loosely, and you should guard your heart so that only the truth becomes embraced by you. So I have no problem with that. Test what I'm saying. I believe, however, that this revelation that God has given me is an enormous breakthrough of this verse. So the second thing I want to say to you is share this with your friends. Get this word out to people and help them understand. I'm going to send more videos that will deeply explain all of this at a greater level. And those of you who really want to stick with me on that can follow me along. The last thing I want to say, other than share this video, is ask this question of yourself. Because so few people know these things on the earth. So few people are aware of what's unfolding right before our eyes. That prophecy is being fulfilled right before our eyes. Because so few people are aware of that. I want to ask you, because God's voice is speaking through His word to you, why has He chosen to reveal it to you? Why? Why has He given you the secrets of His heart? And what are you going to do with it? How is it going to change your life and the life of the world around you? I have some thoughts about that for my own life, and I'll share those with you in the coming days. For now, blessings, guys. God bless. Talk to you real soon.